Okay, everybody, here's Genevieve. And what a beautiful name. All right, so I am so jealous of everybody in this room right now, by the way. It's funny because we were saying how I do comedy, and a couple people said, oh, that's so hard. Seriously? I actually have heard it said that all comedians actually want to be musicians, and all musicians are funny, which is true and really not fair. So you could probably all do what I do, but I can't do what you do. So I do live in LA now, as we've said, and what my dad didn't mention actually was we took that car. That car was amazing. It was his car, but then I learned on it, and by the time I got through denting it up, Aries, whatever, he didn't want it anymore, so that's how it became my car, and we drove it to California, all the way. It made it there, and then like 2 weeks later, I totaled it. I know, right? But then I got the money, and then because I was on my own, right, I bought the most beautiful car in the world. It was a 2001 Chrysler Sebring convertible, which was electric blue, aka like the blue collar midlife crisis car. But I didn't care, because in my mind it was the Barbie dream car, and I was Barbie, and it was incredible, and it was the most abusive relationship with this car. It broke down every 15 seconds, but it was so beautiful, and I named it the Jesus Chrysler, and I put like a little Jesus in the front of it, and it was my mascot. I drove it everywhere, and finally I had to put him down like this year, and it killed me. It killed me. It was so sad. I didn't even mean to talk about that. Christmas! Oh, okay. So I live in LA where it is warm all the time, but everyone is so weird. Like, it's true. When I got there, there's this quote that Neil Simon said, which is that in New York, when it's like 1,000 degrees and stuffy and disgusting, it's 78 in LA. And then in New York, when it's like 20 degrees and freezing, it's 78 in LA. But in New York, there are like thousands of wonderful, interesting people, and there are 78 in LA. But I think that's generous, because when I first got, the first girlfriend that I attempted to make, I met this girl. I was so like, I don't know anyone, and like I'll just hang out with anyone. Mistake. So this girl was like, oh, do you want to go to this bar with me, this rainbow bar? And I'm like, okay. So we go to this bar. I swear to God, okay, it looks like they shot a Poison video there in 1981, right? And then they shut the doors and didn't let anyone in or out for the next 30 years, right? So the only, the clothes, the hair, the only thing that lets you know that it's 2015 are like the aging faces on the staff and the customer who they never got the memo. You know, that like, it's time to change the clothes, the leather and the hair, and it's not, no one looks like that outside of here. So it's this creepiest place. And so this girl, we go to this place, and we end up drinking, which was not, pretty typical for me at the time. I'm better about it now. Anyway, I bring this strange girl back to my house because I don't want her to drive. And I'm like, yeah, you can sleep over. So I'm making up the couch. And then she looks at me all like offended and hurt that I'm making up the couch. And I'm like, oh, did you want to like sleep in my bed? Like, you're not my friend. This is weird. So anyway, I don't say anything. I wake up in the morning. And you think it's gonna go one way, right? But it's totally different. She's sitting on the end of my bed, holding a photo of me when I'm a little kid. And staring at the picture and staring at me and staring at the picture. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning, and I kind of open my eyes and I'm like, what are you doing? And she goes, this is amazing. Your face. It's the same face. And I'm like, yeah. She's like, do you know how lucky you are? Do you know how many surgeons it's gonna take to turn my face into this? I was like, put down my picture. You can't have my face. True story. So I'm back now, and I'm home, where everybody's normal in New York. But I have been spending some time with my family. My sister is always pregnant. So every time I come home, it's like there's a new kid, and I have to keep getting to know these new kids. She's on like kid number 800. I ate 5. She's like 5. But that's a lot. That's a lot. And they're coming out like very quickly, right? But there's this one that I like a lot. She's like 5. She's a slut. I can say it because she's my niece. Also, it's true. She loves these Disney movies, and she always wants to watch them and then act them out, right? So she'll be like, she talks like she's been smoking cigarettes and singing jazz since it's like for like 30 years, but she's like 5. So she'll be like, I'm Jasmine and you're Aladdin, and now we kissed, and now we're married. I'm always the boy. And then she'll be like, I'm Belle and you're Gaston, we're married. And I'm like, wait, but that's wrong. Belle doesn't like Gaston in the movie. And she's like, but I like Gaston. My mom, this will be fine. She doesn't give presents, she gives messages. You know what I mean? Like, when I was little, there were these dolls that everybody was obsessed with. They were called American dolls, and like, little girls still have them, right? Yeah, they're still obsessed, but like now there's hundreds of them. When I was a kid, like there were 3, and everybody got one every kid had like one, right? So we got the magazine, it was a catalog, and I circled I wanted the one with the brown hair and the blue eyes because that's what I looked like, and I thought I was pretty, what did I know? So I circled that one, right? And I sent it to Santa Claus, but who do I get? Kirsten with the Scandinavian story, like, right, with the blonde hair and the blue eyes, you know? And I open her up, and I'm like, wait, this is wrong. And my mom's like, isn't she beautiful? And I was like, yeah, but she doesn't, I don't look like her. And my mom's like, but you will. Right, so 3 weeks later, in the fireplace is another box with another doll. The one that I wanted in the first place, right? Being like, oh, look what Santa left behind. He must have made a mistake. Because after that conversation, my dad was like, stop fucking up my kid! You're the right doll. So my mom had to order the one that I had to try to fix, so I ended up with 2. But she still won. She was crazy, but she's right. Anyway, I don't know how long I've been talking, but am I good? Am I done? Is it more than... I'm good? All right. I don't want to take up anyone else's time, so thank you so much. It was really nice meeting you.